This movie tells a vibrant journey through the life of Pharrell Williams, with Lego animation. This movie has an interesting concept, however, the story lacks specificity and substance. We've all seen this rags to riches story before, as the movie takes the usual rise and fall and rise format, typical of music biopics. The musical sequences lack originality, the Lego animation doesn't go beyond the expected sheen, the biopic elements are too controlled, and the humor is intermittent. You could argue that this movie is a clear money grab, and falls into the same trap the characters cautions against in the film, which is pursuing projects for the sake of relevance and revenue, not creative purity. This movie is an incredibly standard biographical documentary. It's really hollow and lacks in substance. If you remove the creative presentation, it's a shallow and bland biography that doesn't reveal much about its subject. The audiences may walk away feeling unfulfilled by how little they learn beyond what they already know. Apart from its animation style, there is basically nothing else interesting about the film. The narration is pulled from interviews that in live action would take the form of talking heads. For a significant amount of the runtime, this movie plays like a Wikipedia article. Non-fiction documentaries often fall into this storytelling trap, but the big piece missing here is a sense of challenge and obstacle. The movie is really tedious, as these kind of biopics, especially with the subject's involvement, are always sanitized. The movie seems really afraid to say something negative about the character. Much of the character flaws shown in the film are just boiled down to non-flaws instead. The character's low points as he's struggling with his purpose only take rather small part of the movie, and everything feels a little too neatly clicked in place. It also doesn't help when the voice of the film telling the story is also the film's subject matter. The movie ultimately becomes a very traditional, follow your dreams type movie, and never really dives deeply into who the character is, what he believes, and why you should care. The movie's focus leaves many narrative questions unanswered. Most of all, the film rarely finds inventive ways to talk about the main character's inner life. It decides to keep deeper excavations into the character's motivations and struggles at a measured distance. Things move on too quickly to understand the subject's complexities, because the film chooses to chronicle the character's many accomplishments instead. Like most celebrity documentaries where the artist is heavily involved, the movie comes off as a hollow vanity project. One of the film's biggest shortcomings is the way it avoids delving deeper into any interesting psychological, cultural, or personal details. It's surprising just how resistant the movie is to diving into anything beyond the confines of a fluffy biopic, which is odd considering its bold Lego aesthetic. It doesn't look at the character's thoughts, only skimming the surface of the artist. It pulls back too quickly when about to dive into deeper territory. The soundtrack does a lot of heavy lifting to keep viewers invested in the story. The plethora of hits lends the film its jukebox appeal. However, the movie is pretty uninspiring visually, as it recreates several music videos as Legos. Overall, it's not worth to spend time to watch this. We do not recommend this movie at all.